Hi, good evening everyone. Vanakkam. Thank you so much for joining with me today. The webinar today is obviously the series which I promised you earlier, and this is going to be the fourth one of the series, the high-tech scams. So we have been discussing the three scams earlier. Probably yesterday also we discussed about the mobile malware, right? So today we are just going into this particular topic, the social phishing, which is very important. This is one of the high-tech scams which I've mentioned earlier. So it is something like you fall as a prey for the entire kind of social activities, and you become a prey for this kind of a social phishing, right? So it not only relates only to the popular thing known as the Facebook, but it also relates to all these social media, right? So I'll just tell you what is phishing at the outset. So phishing is a form of fraud in which attackers email you posing as a real business to lure people into giving sensitive information. Something like they pretend to be the genuine kind of a method of getting you into the trap, right? So that is known as the phishing. So we might be everyone might have done the phishing in the ponds or the lakes or somewhere else. This kind of a phishing, what is the difference between these two phishing is something like the same methodology, but the spellings and the meaning is different, right? Where you send some organisms, probably a worm, as a bait for the fish to probably catch the bait, and you probably catch the fish on which the bait is being used, right? So that's how the social media phishing is also worked on. So the genuinity of anything, maybe the social network or any kind of advertisements which pop up in the social media might be genuine, but it may not be genuine also. The major thing that you need to look out for it is whether it is genuine or not at the first stage. Then you proceed on to go on probably clicking the link or going on with the process of purchasing items there in the social media, right? So social media phishing, when it's said, is where attackers use the social networking sites, right? So earlier times, the phishing, email phishing was a very popular concept where all the phishing was done using the email and also using the ads popped up in the search engines or in the emails. But now there is one step higher, and the attackers have gone to the extent of using the social media as the phishing tool, right? So earlier times we used to click on the link in the email and we may be sharing these personal details, but right now all the personal details, since it is available there in the social media, it probably is taken, and also for other sensitive information, probably we give out the information as well, right? So why hackers love social media is something like a very vague question many of you might be having. It is because that it is unlike email. Sorry. So it is unlike email. Almost everyone has at least one social network account. I guess everyone should be having it. Not that not anyone can say that I'm not there in any of the social media, because at least knowingly or unknowingly you might have been using at least one social media by now. But even the WhatsApp may be considered as also a social media as well right now. So most of the materials seen by users in social sites are sent by friends, brands, and publishers. Right. So that is very important. This trusted environment leads to users most likely clicking a shared link than if the link had arrived through email. Right. So that's how the social media is being loved by the hackers, because it is almost the sharing basis. So even in Facebook or Instagram, Instagram or in Twitter or Snapchat, you share the links with your friends, right? So that's how it goes on. And for the people who share the content with your friends, kindly look out for the originality or the genuinity of the content, and then share it with your friends, because sharing might not help people. So you should be quite enough in knowing what is the purpose that you're sharing the content as well, right? So if it is going to be a genuine content, and if it is going to be something which is going to help people, or maybe benefit someone, then it is worth sharing. And if it is not going to benefit, or it is not going to some way or the other going to do any good thing to anyone, please don't share it, because certain fake news keeps spreading there in the social network, right? I've been receiving a lot of fake news in the social network as well till date, because the news which started spreading there in 2016-17 are still spreading out there in the social media, which is a very pathetic situation to be known as. Because what happens is, people literally they don't see the message, and they don't look out for the genuinity of the message, and they start sharing it, right? So once you look out for the genuinity, you will not be sharing the content with your friends as well, right? So that will reduce the kind of the social phishing as well, right? So when you look on the statistics, the incredible volume of social media users is now being reflected in the amount of social media attacks. So here are some social media phishing statistics from 2016, because these statistics are from 2016. Later on, it has been increased, and there are no probably the concrete evidences of what is the statistics of social media phishing after 2016 as of now, because there have been a lot of evolution been taking place, and this particular phishing concepts literally are widespread, not only to the confined social media, that is the popular social media, but also to the other social media networks where these particular social media are connected, right? Even I can start up a social media today. I can connect it with the Facebook, the Twitter, or the Snapchat, and at one point of time, what happens is, this particular thing gets booted, and all the network is connected to the social media as well. Right. So social media phishing jumped from 50 or 500 percentage, right? So 100% increase in fraudulent social accounts. Yes, this particular fraudulent social accounts is a very common and popular thing right now, because the even the social accounts which is being used there in the social media might not be the genuine one, right? They may be fake accounts, probably in your name, or might be in your friend's name as well. So you should be very cautious about that. And there are 20% increase on Facebook and Twitter, 150% increase in phishing attempts on social media. So that is very, very important. People just keep this in mind. Yes. So as I told you, it is impersonating people. This scam uses fake accounts to impersonate a person known by the target. Let's take an example. There are X and Y, and X and Y are friends, right? And what happens is, A creates an account in the name of X, and uses the same name, images as of the X, and A one targets Y as its target, right? So if it is Y is a target of A, and some point of time X is being replicated by A, and A sends some malicious links or certain information, asks for certain information from Y in such a way that Y doesn't know that it is a replicate account of X, which is being managed by A, and this literally takes out the information from Y, and this being used out, right? So the fake customer support as well, because there are a lot of fake customer support things also going on, and many of you, my people, will be knowing the bank scams which are going out right there in India right now. You'll be getting a call from some unknown number, which they will not calling. They will not be calling you from banks. They'll be asking you your credit card number or debit card number, and they'll be asking you for the OTP as well. So these are fake customer support, which you should never encourage on. And these are literally attackers where they literally wanted to take out all the information from you by means of support, and these data are being used in some sort of phishing activities as well, right? And this is the get clicks on malicious links, so something which is very very important that you should look out. So when you look out for the message, probably I don't know how is it visible or not, probably right. So this is a fake LinkedIn account, so you can see it here. So the affordable group coverage that stays that way. So won't charge a group insurance cost media. So lock it. So this is a fake link, and when you click on this link, what happens is this particular link takes you to some page where you'll be forced to enter certain details because you wanted to have the insurance cost, low cost insurance as well. So you'll be going there. Right. So you first, whenever you see some link like this, so look out for some comments or any feedback from the link there. And once the comments and the feedback doesn't seem good, then just don't go with the link. And if you couldn't see any links or comments out there, you can just go on asking the questions to the particular accounter, and by what means this particular link, and what are the procedures that need to be done, and you'll be given the main link as well. See, normally these kind of links are posted because these kind of links helps to keep the analytics of how many of the people are clicking the links, right? So when the direct link is given, it may not give you the better analytics. When this kind of short links are given, you can find out the analytics of how many people have clicked the link, right? So that's why the reason is this particular links are being given. So you can just do one thing. So if you feel that the link is suspicious, you can just contact the exact person and ask for the main link. So if you go on the main link, and if you feel that this particular link is safe, you can just go around, right? And never ever click on the short links just directly, because that might lead you to some fake website as well. Because I've experienced something when I wanted to log in for some sort of an online portal. It asked me for the login accounts. So I thought they were accounts for the Facebook login as well. Login with Facebook was integrated with that. When I click on the login with Facebook, what happened is it literally went to some other URL, that is the website link, where it had the exact replicate web page of the Facebook. Right, not even a single change is there, right? But it will ask you for typing in your username and password. So never ever do that, because only if you know that particular domain, you just click on type in your username and password, and if at all the Facebook login is integrated, it will take you to the Facebook page only and not to any other external page. Please people, just keep this in mind, because many people have gone as a bait for this malicious links, right? So these are the tips to avoid social media phishing scams. The first one is you should look out for the HTTPS icon, that is the lock symbol near the URL, the address bar which is there in the browser, right? Then check for your privacy settings frequently. So what are the privacy settings? Because right now in this particular webinar, we have been adjusting certain privacy settings in terms of enabling your microphones and enabling your cameras and everything, right? Probably the pop-ups also might have been enabled, right? And next is keep software up to date. Yes, this is something which is important. And if at all you don't need to update the software, but if you have a good antivirus software, you can just keep that particular thing updated as well, rather than updating the entire whole thing, right? And the foremost thing which I told you earlier, think before you click. So check for the shortened links commonly used by scammers, right? So this is very very important. And let me go for the next thing. So what to do if you become a victim of social phishing? So I've told you how to get the tips to avoid social media phishing scams. So right now, so if you are a victim of the social media phishing, so what are things that you need to do? The first thing, so first, shut down your computer immediately. So that is the first thing that you should be doing, because social media phishing, don't think people it is only the social media uh, gets affected and all your details from the social media gets gone, but it's not that case. So when you click on certain links in social media, what happens is there are some malicious software or which I've told, the ransomware, the malware, or the worms, trojans, or horses gets downloaded into your PC or mobile or your laptop, any devices that you use, right? So immediately what you should be doing is immediately shut down your computer immediately. That is the first thing that you should be doing it. And the second thing is use a different system to change your password. That is your social media password, because the rootkit is your social media. So your social media gives the root to get all the details from your system. So change your password from your social media account from a different computer or a device. Put a fraud alert on your account to major creditors. Yes, that's very very important, because just put it on the your social account in such a way that your account has been hacked, and you're trying to retrieve it. Because if something is being posted and the people gets into trap, and you are the responsible person because your social media was used, right? And call your bank to report fraud on cancel cards. So if you have integrated any cards with your social media account, just call your bank to report for fraud or and cancel the cards, whichever that thing you have integrated with your social media, so that the victimized thing can be avoided, as well as you can just safeguard yourself at least by using these methods, not allowing the hackers or scammers to get into your system and pull out all your data, right? Thank you so much, people. That's how the social media phishing is concerned. So if you have any doubts, and just open for questions, you can just post your questions there in the chat as well, or you can just directly go and ask me.
எந்தன் முன்னை தீயவினை பயன்கள் இன்னும் மூளாதழிந்திடுதல் வேண்டும். இனி என்னை புதிய உயிராக்கி எனக்கேதும் கவலையறச் செய்து மதி தன்னை மிகத் தெளிவு செய்து என்றும் சந்தோஷம் கொண்டிருக்கச் செய்வாய். என்றும் சந்தோஷம் கொண்டிருக்கச் செய்வாய். நான் வீழ்வேன் என நினைத்தாயோ?
Yes, there are no questions. Thank you so much, people, for connecting with me today. We'll see you tomorrow evening with another one webinar. Until then, bye. Good night.
You are currently the only person in this conference.